Hey guys, Adriana Maya here, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Liv Margre joining me today. She has been an entrepreneur for over 5 years. Liv, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So you were telling me that you have so many different businesses and so many different avenues that you're kind of delving into. Would you mind telling us all about them?
Yeah, so when I was 16, I started a cosmetics business. You want to know like the story or like?
Oh, absolutely, girl.
Okay.
We want to get all the details.
So yeah, basically I would get eyelash extensions and it was like the trend and stuff. So like I was just like super into it and I'd go and I was doing it for like a straight 8 months, like, like the extensions. And I had like a crazy allergic reaction to them.
Oh, I've been hearing about that a lot lately.
I think because the glue has like something called formaldehyde in it.
Yes.
And I think I was allergic to that. I'm not sure exactly, but like my eye like literally like blew up. Like it was crazy.
A nightmare. A true nightmare.
So I had to go to the doctor and stuff like, and they told me if I do it again, I could go blind possibly. So I started wearing false lashes from like Walgreens and stuff like that. And because like I felt like so like insecure without them. Like,
of course, because once you get used to it, it's so hard.
Exactly. So then I would like go to school with like just like the falsies from Walgreens, like the $5 ones. And everyone in my high school would be like, where'd you get those? Like, can I buy them? And I'm like, it's literally from Walgreens.
Literally.
Yeah. So like, so then I was just like, honestly, like maybe I should just like start selling them myself. Yeah. So I like did a lot of research, like, and found manufacturers and
that is so cool.
Started my own and then started just like selling them by like driving like door to door to like friends in high school and stuff like that. And then ended up like, expanding and like having a website. And now I just have like a website.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. And it's great.
Yeah. So lashes is one thing. I know you do modeling as well though too, and you produce some of your own content.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that as well.
Yeah. I like to creative direct, like shoots. It's just like something I love to do, and like the makeup, the hair, I love to just do different things, and I hate like just being boring and like doing a normal like boring photo shoot.
Well, and a lot of people are really jumping into the influencer type deal, so it's really good to actually have someone who can be a creative director for you and set the tone and kind of set a scene for you. That way you don't really have to use your creativity. You can just be pretty.
Exactly.
But you're also gorgeous, so it's like you can set up your scenes and model them. That's amazing.
Yes, and of course, like sometimes, like there's a photographer that I work with in Minnesota. Yes. She like is a crazy creative director, so she'll like do certain creative directing for me and like all that. But I like to do it myself as well, just because I like to be like in control of like the content and stuff. But
do you ever do it for other models, like set up their sets for them or anything, or have you thought about doing that?
I've definitely done it before, but it's not like a thing that I do. But like, because I actually own a photography studio as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
what?
Margre
You're all over the
Studios.
place. I love that.
Yeah, I do like a lot of things. So like, sometimes when like a photographer and model will come in, like I'll like help them out if they need to with certain like photos or poses and stuff. Because a lot of models might not know the poses, and I've been taking photos since I was like 14.
Yeah,
like
so you have some
taking it
actual
serious
time
on
under your
Instagram.
belt. Yes.
So like now I just can like do it and know the poses and so yeah.
That's good though, because a lot of girls, even in the adult side of the industry that I'm in, they are great performers and stuff. When it comes to photos, they're not the best at taking photos just because no one really trained them on it.
Exactly.
And it's kind of something that you have it or you really got to learn it. Like you got to get it from somewhere else. So I love that. What would you say is your favorite project that you're involved in that you get to apply yourself to?
You mean like which thing that I do that I like the most?
Or anything. It could be something you're working on with someone else as well. Because I do know that you coordinate with a lot of different people.
Yeah. I mean, the most fun and like the most I'm passionate about is like the modeling and stuff like that. But I have always loved makeup. So like makeup is like obviously something I love to do. So my cosmetics business is like #1 for me. And like, I love makeup and I love making people feel confident.
Yes.
I think makeup does like enhance your beauty and make you confident. So I love doing that.
Do you have any goals for your makeup company or your cosmetics line, excuse me?
Well, yeah, like a main goal for me is to get into like Ulta or like Sephora. Definitely Ulta because I'm obsessed with Ulta. Like I'll go there and spend like $400 and I'm like, what did I just do?
Right,
like,
that place is a dream. And a setup. It's very dangerous to go in there by yourself.
It's so dangerous.
Honestly, it's dangerous to go in there with friends too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You all kind of break off into your own corners.
Like, bye, see you later.
Right? We'll meet back here in an hour.
3 hours later.
Right, we'll see what happens. So Ulta, that's actually a great goal. I know a lot of influencers and stuff who are getting involved in makeup. Yeah. That's like their goal too. What is it about Ulta that just, it's like the end all be all for you?
Well, yeah, Ulta and obviously like my website, but Ulta more so because I think it's like a middle ground between like CVS or like Walgreens, and then I feel like Sephora is more like high end. Yeah, so like to be the middle ground for like everyone to be able to afford it, I think is like important to have like high quality products, but also affordable products, not like $80 lashes or something like that. You know.
Well, and a lot of the more expensive products, unfortunately, aren't better than some of the cheaper products. Yeah. I really do think that you have to look into companies like yours who care about it. It's something that they're actually passionate about, and it's not really a money grab for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any other goals for like your photography or your modeling? Because you have one studio. Is there a chance that you might expand or anything like that?
Yeah, with the studio, I mean, as of right now, I actually created the studio for me more so, like to just like be able to have a studio and make content there and like do like my website shoots.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like had it I'm renting it out because I'm like, you know, if I'm not using it sometimes, like maybe someone else can.
No, but that's so smart because it gives you new ideas too. If you see other people doing things and then you're like, well, I'm going to have to change up this place anyway. So now I can kind of.
And also I get to meet like new photographers and models.
Yes, I bet that is amazing, the connections you get to make. Where is your studio located, if you don't mind me asking? In Palm Beach, guys. So
in Lake Worth.
If you're looking to have a place to shoot or you need some help, she does everything, literally. If your makeup's off, if your scene looks off, she could literally do it all. That is so cool. I think it's really smart to invest in yourself. And I think you're actually the second girl that I know who actually rented out a studio and is really putting forth the effort into their own content and stuff and like taking that initiative. I think that's so cool. Do you have any people that you've worked with that you just have a good relationship with and you keep shooting with?
Oh, yeah. So when I first started my company, I met this photographer named Wally. Yeah. And I've been working with him literally ever since. Like he was there like from the start. Like he created, well, actually my first website was like a shit show. Like it was so bad.
Like that happened to all of us.
Of course, you know, like there's always trial and error. But I met Wally and he like redid my website, created it. And he's been shooting all my like content for my cosmetics and like business. I also have a bathing suit line too. Which I just launched.
That's actually so cool. I've been talking to so many girls about that. I'm actually blown away that more women aren't doing this. If it's your avenue and you know what we want to look like, you know the outfits we like, and some companies just miss the mark so much. But when you have an actual performer and someone who's making content, investing in like the outfits, it makes such a difference. Exactly. We have got to see some of these outfits. What is it about getting your own clothing line that was important to you?
Well, right now it's just like bathing suits and because I mean, obviously we live in Florida, so all year round is sunny.
It's perfect.
And I love bathing suits. I feel most confident in like a bikini, like a cute bikini that fits good, you know? And obviously I take a lot of bathing suit photos and people will be like, oh, like where'd you get your bathing suit? So I'm like, let me just make my own.
Right?
Yeah, so.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
You could do that with your lashes, your bikinis. I love that. That's right. And your makeup too. That is a talent that so many women in modeling do not have. We get to our own makeup. I don't know what that is. It's like it's just lost skills.
I mean, of course I love to get my makeup done. It's obviously better. Yeah. It's like, okay, I can just sit and chill and like, because doing makeup is a lot of work, you know, like to just put on a whole face, like whole glam and hair. So it's obviously a benefit to be able to do your own, but it's also like nice to have someone else do it as well.
What is some advice you would give to someone who's maybe thinking about investing in themselves and getting a studio so they can do their own work?
I would say like be patient and stay consistent. And I feel like a lot of people will maybe invest in themselves or start something and then give up so easily because they don't see like instant results. And
Absolutely.
I feel like people are really used to like the instant gratification
in
things. And it really does take years and years to like see progress in like anything you do. So I think it's really important to not give up and stay like consistent.
Do you have any people that you haven't had a chance to work with that you just really want to get to it? It could be a photographer, maybe another content creator.
I mean, there's like so many, like I don't know one on the top of my head, but I would love to work with anyone, as many people as I can. I like to give anybody, even if like they have less followers than me or something, I still like give the opportunity to like anybody, you know what I mean? So
I feel like sometimes those are the best shoots that you end up doing with the people who maybe might not have as big of an influence in social media as you do, but they're so passionate about their work that like you guys just kind of mesh. I think that's so fun.
Exactly.
You do also food reviews, right?
Yes.
What got you started in that? I'm like, that's like my dream because I love food. I'm like, I love food so much.
I know. I actually just got recently into that, but I've always like loved food, and like a year or so back, like I started like just like going to restaurants and like paying for the food and, you know, like actually creating reviews because I just like I love to go to restaurants, try new food, travel to try new food. Like I'm a foodie. So like I don't really care what I eat. Like I'll eat anything that I feel. Like obviously I try to maintain a good diet, but it's hard because I'm like, honestly, I just want to eat what I want, you know? But it's like, okay, I'll work out too.
Right, see? But at least you're taking care of yourself and it pays back because now you're being able to expand on this with something that you love. What has been your favorite review that you've done so far?
Well, the video you just saw, actually, the Casa 305.
So cute. No, it was so cute. And that place is so good.
Yes, and the owners are so sweet. But yeah, getting into the food industry and stuff, it's been cool because you get to meet like all the different owners. And I love to like help and support like small businesses. And I think especially recently with COVID, like I think restaurants have been, it's hard in the food industry right now. So they need like more promotion and stuff like that. So I'll just reach out to a bunch of like restaurants and like some say yes, some say no, or ignore me or whatever. Because obviously like my content isn't like mainly food. They'll look at me and be like, oh, like she just posted bikini pictures, or like what is she gonna do for us, you know? But that's why I'm trying to get into like the food reviewing and stuff.
Well, and I think now with this day and age, there's so many women who are doing like modeling who a couple of years ago, people are like, oh, it's so explicit and stuff. And now it's like, they don't really care because as long as you have a good following and if your fans are interactive and, you know, people respond well to you, it's like, who cares?
Exactly.
Like, everyone loves me in a bikini and they want to see me eat these tacos. Like, I love that.
Eating a taco in a bikini.
Do you have any places that are on your list that you're going to review that maybe we can get a little hint about?
Let me think. Well, you mean like ones that I'm going to do?
Yes.
There's this place called Munchies. It's a pizza place.
It sounds
But
amazing.
like their crust is like garlic bread or something like that. Like it's pizza and then the crust is like garlic bread.
Oh, and it's the peel one. I know what you're talking about. I saw it on TikTok. Oh my God.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. Let me know when you drop that. Because I'm going to watch that shit.
Yes. And also, I feel like you guys would really like, there's this like, I feel like you would like exotic snacks.
We do. We actually used to have a sponsor that used to give us exotic snacks. And it was kind of a trap because I would get really high during shooting. And I would just start looking around like, damn, those chicken Cheetos look good.
Like they have like Wagyu flavored chips. I'm like, what? It's crazy. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's in West Palm, correct?
Yes. Pete's Pop.
That sounds fucking good.
Yeah, they're really cool and the owner's really nice too. And
would you mind, by the way, I was raving over her outfit earlier. Would you stand up and do a spin for me? Her outfit's so cute.
Really? Thank you.
Yeah, no, the shirt and the pants, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
So
some
cute.
leather pants.
Right? Everyone loves a good leather pant.
Yeah.
And you're so brave for wearing that in this heat. I can't even believe you. I'm like, I was dying and I'm in a skirt. I was literally dying.
No, it's hot here.
It's awful. It's awful. What about Florida draws you to it? Is it just work opportunities? You like living here? What is that?
Well, I was actually like born and raised here. So
no way.
I've been born and raised here, and I definitely would like to like explore other places and like get out of here, honestly. Like I love it.
Just
like,
branch out a little bit.
But since I was born here and like I've always lived here, you know, I'd like to try like New York City or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a different, like tropical place like Hawaii or something like that.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my God, Hawaii. I have a couple of friends who moved there and they say they love it, especially for like doing content and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Because you can do beach stuff in Florida, but it don't look like Hawaii.
No, it does not. The black sand and all that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you have any content in the past that you've done? It could be photo shoots or anything, or even any of the reviews that you've done that you're just really proud of that you want to like let us know what they are so we can make sure to keep an eye out for it on your pages?
Sure. We mean stuff I haven't released or?
Oh, no, that you have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think anything well, there's this company called Bralettes and Brunch that I work with.
I love that.
Yeah, she's like a woman photographer and she's in Minnesota. And I literally will fly to Minnesota just to shoot with her. In Minnesota, like what's there, you know? But
a lot of
it's
hockey.
Literally Minnesota.
A lot of hockey.
The Mall of America.
Right? The mall. Is that in Minnesota?
Yes. God. It's like the biggest mall in America. Which
That's
is actually
depressing.
Really cool. It's in Minnesota.
That's why they have it there, because they're like, why the fuck else would you go?
There's nothing else to do, so it's like, all right, Mall of America. I think people just go to the mall.
No, it's so, I had a best friend and like growing up, and her family was from Minnesota, and I'm not kidding, that's all they talked about, that and hockey.
The mall.
And so I'm like, that has to be all there is, because I knew her for years, so that's all she ever brought up.
There's like lakes or something, like the Great Lakes or something like that. I don't even know. And it's really cold too.
Yeah, I'm like cold, frozen lakes in the Mall of America, baby.
Yes.
Maybe we should go. Like a little road trip to Minnesota.
Literally.
No, we'll fly.
But yeah, working with her like is always amazing. She just has these crazy ideas that come to life so perfectly, and she goes like all in, you know. So she sets up like crazy sets that just like are amazing. And I think everything I've done with her and Bralettes and Brunch has just been like my favorite.
I love that. We will definitely keep an eye out for Bralettes and Brunch.
Yeah.
Now, I know you said that you don't usually smoke unless you're like sleeping or, you know, getting ready to relax. Have you ever tried any edibles though?
I've never tried an edible.
No way.
I haven't. But the reason I don't smoke is because when I was young, or like I used to smoke all the time when I was like in high school and like middle school. But then I had this like one really bad experience. Anxiety, but it was also because I think I was just, my brother was like throwing a party or something.
Oh my God.
And then like his friend was like, here, and I smoked it. And then he was like, you're going to go down the rabbit hole. And I'm like, what? Like, oh my God.
That's not a good, wait a fucking minute. Let me get that down. Literally, what hole are you referring to, sir?
And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, and I was so scared. And then like, I remember I was like, I thought for some reason someone was like robbing our house or something, even though no one was. And I was like, I called the cops. Like, it was a whole shebang. So that's why I was like, honestly, like, I think I'm too paranoid sometimes.
Oh no, yeah, that would have set me up. You're going down the rabbit hole. I'm not even kidding. I never would have taken a blunt or a joint from anyone ever again. I would have been like, no, I'm smoking this. No, you can smoke that. I'm gonna smoke this. Oh, hell no. That's giving me anxiety right now. I'm not a part of it.
Literally. So yeah, ever since then, I'm like, no. And then I started getting, like when I got older, I started getting like into it to like go to sleep or something like that. And my boyfriend's like a big smoker. So I'll just, he'll be like, hit it. And I'll be like, okay. And I'll like go to sleep. So it's mainly just to sleep.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people end up doing that, especially if you smoke like heavy, like for a while, any period of time, really. It could be a couple of months or a couple of years. Usually that happens. So I'm like, I completely understand that, but I cannot believe you've never had an edible. That actually blows my mind.
Is it the same feeling, you think, or?
No, not really. Edible is more like a body high. And there's like some that are like 5 milligrams, so it's really low. So you can really pace yourself like to figure out how it feels. My mom takes like the 25 milligrams, or so she said. And I gave her one, and then she told my sister I tried to drug her. And I was gosh. You said it was okay.
She probably started hallucinating or something.
Yeah, I was like, well, my bad, Mom. Like, my bad. Like, and then I'm second guessing myself. Like, did I just drug her? But we're not going to try and drug you. What I will do, though, is I'll send you home with some goodies so you can test them on your own time and pace
What
yourself.
Is this?
Deliciousness.
Oh, it's juice.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
It's like a Capri Sun.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. It doesn't taste like weed. So I had it in my like freezer. So it got like slushied. And then I was just drinking it. But I forgot, like I genuinely forgot that it was weed. And I'm smoking a blunt and drinking that. And I'm smoking a blunt.
Oh, no.
By the time I was done, I was like, oh, I'm high. I'm like, it's kicked up and I'm baked. But it was awesome. So
wow, these
you'll
are
have
cool
a good
though.
experience. Oh, delicious. It's all great snacks too. I'm like, and you're a foodie, so we'll test it out.
Yeah,
It's okay. I literally do that all the time. So you'll be able to test it out and see what you like. Since you're a foodie though, is there a food that like you could just not live without?
I love Japanese food.
Really?
Yes,
Ooh.
love Japanese food.
You like spicy?
I like spicy food for sure. I it's crazy because I was really into spicy food, and then I have a YouTube channel too, and I did like a spicy food challenge, and it was like the most spicy foods in the world, and it was like very traumatizing because like it was like insane. Like I was still having the spice in my mouth like 2 days later. So that kind of like I feel like made my spice level go a little down. Yeah, so I was like, this is too much.
You're like, see, I've seen the dark side. I'm not going back. I totally understand that. Oh, I love spicy food too, but I don't think I could ever compete with you on the spicy thing. I think you would win even at your tone going down. Is there anything that is like your favorite food? Like that's specific, like a specific dish maybe, or anything like that?
Well, I love Japanese food, but I also love tacos. So I think tacos would be like my favorite food.
I feel like that's a girl thing.
Yeah, tacos are just always good. Like I feel like I can eat them every day, like no matter what.
Right? Ooh. If there was one food you had to give up, and it had to be like in your top like 10, what would it be?
Probably Indian food. I love Indian food too, though. That's like tough. Curry, though.
Oh my God. You know what? I'll agree with you because I keep trying different curries. And I had curry one time because my neighbor made it. It was spicy. It was delicious. Every time I've ordered curry since then, it's sweet. And I'm so angry. I can't find one that's spicy. I'm being played. But what is it about curry that you're just like, man, I could give it up? Is it the sweet?
I love it. I love all food, not gonna lie. But I love it, but I feel like everything else, just I like more. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's just...
Oh, yeah. Are you also a good cook? Yes. Since you're a foodie, I was like, I feel like that goes hand in hand.
No, yeah.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Well, I feel like I like to cook pasta, but then some people are like, oh, if you cook pasta, you're not really like a cook or something like that. But I mean, steak, mashed potatoes.
Pasta's tough.
I honestly can make anything. Yeah. But I like to make like guacamole.
Good guac is undefeated.
Good guac.
That's true, especially if you're high at home. That's the best time to have guac. So I definitely understand that. Do you have any pages you'd like to shout out? I know you mentioned your website. You want to tell us what that is? So we can make sure to give it a follow. I have some tags available too. Okay. But some people like to hear it.
Yeah. MargreCosmetics.com, at Margre Cosmetics on Instagram. Livinkinis.com, at Livinkini is the Instagram. At Liv Margre on all social media platforms. TikTok with 2 E's because they banned my other account.
Bitches.
I know. They always do that though.
What is it about cute girls that they just don't want us to thrive?
I have no idea.
It's so rude.
It's so rude.
I'm like, I've seen some wild stuff on TikTok.
That doesn't get deleted.
And I see it all the time. Yeah. But I'm in a bikini and that's an issue.
Yeah, you literally can't be in a bathing suit on there. But then some girls are and don't get deleted. So it just doesn't really make sense.
I know. I'm like, I gotta fuck someone at TikTok. That's the trick. And once I do, I'll give you their number.
Exactly.
I think that'll work out for the both of us. What do you prefer doing? Like out of all the avenues that you take, like if you could choose like your perfect day of work, what would you choose to do?
Obviously I love them all equally, but I would say the photo shoots.
Yeah.
That's obviously the most fun and just creative. That's like my most happy place. So I would say photo shoots.
Where do you find inspiration to keep having new ideas? Or is it just like something where the wheels just kind of keep turning for you?
I think it's both, and also Pinterest.
Pinterest. Everyone loves Pinterest. I love it, but it's flooded. It's so flooded. And I don't know how to navigate it. You know, it's so much hashtags. It's so many hashtags. Do you have your own Pinterest page where you have like ideas and stuff that's public, or is it just your own little thoughts?
I do, but I don't really, it's not like super organized or anything, so not really.
Gotcha.
I basically just use it for myself.
Yeah. I do the same for nails. It's really only for nails.
Nail inspo,
it's great
hair.
Great for that. It's really great. Do you have a favorite look that you've done? Because I did go through your Instagram and you have so many different looks that you've done. I'm like, is there a favorite that you've been able to do yourself?
I love pink hair. So pink hair. which I haven't done in a little while because I'm trying to get my hair healthy, but I'm thinking I'm going to go pink soon just because I miss it. Yeah. And I can't be one color for so long. It's just so boring to me.
Oh my gosh, right? It's like you need a little change up, make it a little bit spicy.
Yeah, exactly.
I completely agree.
So pink hair and maybe pigtails?
Ooh,
pink pigtails.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I love that. No, I do. The pigtails thing. Everyone so loves it. It never fails. Do you have any, and you maybe got fortunate that you might not, so it's okay to say no, but do you have any stories of just times you were working with people where you're like, we're not meshing like at all? It could be a photographer or a creator.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes like if there's a photographer that maybe is just taking the photo and isn't like speaking or saying, oh wow, like that's a cool idea, or directing a little bit, you know, I feel like that's sometimes really awkward. And it's like, okay, am I good?
Like, how's it going? How does it look? Or when they don't show you and you're just kind of running through it, that also gives me anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, like, does it look bad or something? Like,
right? And then it makes me question their ability because, you know, when someone's good, they want to make sure you like it. They want to make sure it looks good on their end too. So I completely agree with you. Have you ever had any times where you've actually like walked off set or like you're just like, we're not going to finish this?
No, I think I just always finish it no matter what. Actually, I don't know if you guys know like the Fresh and Fit podcast.
I do. I do.
So sometimes when I'm on there, I'm like, I feel like I should get off right now because I'm getting mad, but I stay through it. I'm like, you know, but I mean, I feel like I always try to like finish everything I do. So.
That's smart though. Yeah. And then you might even get something out of it, you know, like something positive out of that experience. I completely agree. Sometimes you get good footage. So I'm like, you know, I suck, but I got a good little couple of clips.
Yeah, at least one good photo.
Right? Like I look really good here, so it's worth it. I completely agree. Is there any advice you would give to someone who wants to do their own content, like creating?
Again, like stay consistent. I think, especially for like YouTube or, you know, like a podcast, you have to consistently be posting.
Yes,
absolutely. And I think people kind of, if you don't have that consistency, like you're not going to grow. Like you have to be very consistent. Like I kind of stopped YouTube because I was super consistent, post like once a week, which is still not even enough. You know? And
there's so many trends.
Oh yeah, exactly. Keeping up with the trends, and it's hard, and it's also like mentally draining to keep needing to be creative and thinking of new ideas and stuff. So being consistent and like not working yourself too hard.
Well, especially if you have so many different things that you're kind of bouncing between. I could imagine that it's kind of overwhelming. Have you ever thought about getting like an assistant or something to actually like counter all that for you? That way you can take more time to do like your photos and stuff?
Yeah, I definitely have. I mean, I've worked with people before who like were my assistant type thing, but it just doesn't work out sometimes because it's hard to have people like just focus on you when they also have a life and stuff like that.
Yes,
you know?
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah, but Wally, who I work with, he does like all my editing and content, so I have that already like
done. That's cool. So you at least someone have doing part of it for you, so the weight's taken off of you. I appreciate that because I have people that I've tried to do like video editing for me, and I found that I just kind of like how I do it, and it's kind of hard for me to give up the reins on things
exactly.
like that.
For me, I feel like he has found exactly like what I like, and I think we just like match. So it's like he fully knows what I like already. So I'm like, I trust you. He doesn't. I'm like, I love it. So
I think that's fire. Do you have any projects that you're going to be dropping anytime soon that we should keep an eye out for?
Well, for my cosmetics, I'm launching makeup because before, right now I only have lashes and I have contact lenses.
Oh, fire! Like colored contact lenses. That's so cool.
I have contact lenses and I have like glue and like eyeliner glue, but I want to expand more into like eyeshadow and like makeup and colored lashes too, so I'm gonna be launching colored lashes, more cosmetics, and then for my bathing suits, I'm doing a men's line, so men's bathing suits.
What about that has piqued your interest that you want to expand so much, or has it just always been the goal?
It's always been the goal, basically. And I obviously have like a lot of men following me and stuff, so I'm like, all right, gotta do something for the men as well.
That's actually so smart. I know a lot of models usually only like adhere to the women. So the fact that you're doing something for the dudes, I think is so smart. There's not a lot of girls that are doing that. That's really cool. How do you find inspiration to just keep expanding your businesses? Is it just the drive to make more money, or is it just
I think
you
it's
got a
just the
plan?
drive to be successful and be happy and do my passions because it's my passion. So it's not even really about the money. Because if I, you know, I'm investing into something that might not work out, I'm like, okay, if it doesn't work out, that's failure. And failure is okay because it's once you fail, you learn from that and you'll keep going from there.
Is that how you combat it, or how you would look at it if anything were to happen and go negatively?
Exactly. So if I do something, I'm like, if it does fail, it fails, and I'll just learn from it, basically.
That's
and I feel
another
like some
good
people are
piece of
scared of
advice.
failure and like scared of that. And that's why some people don't even start because they're like, if I start, I might fail. There's that, you know, so they don't even start.
You're a good testament to really investing in yourself. And then you really got to be the one to believe in yourself, especially if you're doing your own work yourself. You're an entrepreneur. Like, it's really only you take it over. So that's super cool. It has been so fun to have you on. I have loved chatting with you. I think you are so sweet. And I think it's so cool that you're doing so many different things very successfully as well. Guys, we're going to have her pages available on everything. So if you want to follow her, definitely check her out. Of course, we're going to have her all over the Instagram because she is stunning and she's so sweet. You're literally so nice. We're also going to send her home with some of these goodies because we know she's a foodie. So maybe we'll get to see her reviews on that. And if not, oh well. We hope you enjoy the snacks. But we want to give a shout out to Cali Pack Exotics for hooking us up with all these goodies. I feel like you'll find something that you like.
I will,
she was eyeing the Capri Sun, so I'm like, it's going to work out perfectly. I'm Adriana Maya. This is Liv Margre. This was Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. Good night, guys.